welcome to Fire by Night. My name is Blaine Bartell, and as you can see, our topic this time is sex. What do you pay to play? And we're pleased to have a special guest with us, Mr. Josh McDowell. You say you're talking about sex? That's right. But not the kind of sex you see on MTV or in the latest teenage movies. We're talking about the reality of the truth of sex. And guess what? Sex is not a game. Although like a game, it has winners and losers. And rolling the dice with premarital sex can be devastating. In fact, as you're going to find out in this program, it can even kill. We're going to be discussing what really happens when a boy meets a girl, or what happens when boys meet boys, or any combination thereof. You know, today's young people are on a dangerous moral cliff, and many of them are falling off to their destruction. And the answer is not having an ambulance at the bottom or a fence at the top, but rather to stay off the cliff.
First of all, God says, don't commit sexual immorality, not because I want to take the fun out of your life, but I want to protect the most powerful sex organ you have. I want to provide for the most delicate sex organ I created you. I want to protect the most sensitive sex organ you have. Your mind. Fooled you, didn't I?
We're pleased to welcome to Fire by Night one of America's top lecturers and authors. His name is Josh McDowell. Josh, thank you for being with us.
Hey, thanks for letting me be in the clubhouse.
You bet. You're traveling right now in doing the Why Wait campaign and ministry, and I'm sure a lot of people do know about it, but tell us, for those who don't know, a little bit about what Why Wait is all about.
Why Wait is about presenting a positive message about God's perspective of sex and sexuality, why He says to wait, and it's using every method of live conferences, concerts with a great band, Petra, which I love to be a part of. And then we just finished a film on the whole issue of AIDS and the age, sex in the age of AIDS, and who do you listen to, that really addresses the issue of sexuality. And that's what Why Wait is about. Why wait? And then we give the answers.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
I'm just really sorry.
Me too.
But I'm glad we stopped.
You are?
Yeah. I mean, we said we'd wait. I'm glad we did.
It's really okay with you?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're easy to resist. But you're worth it to me. Even if that means playing miniature golf.
Love you.
17-year-old girl talking to her high school friends who had been kidding her about her virginity and everything else. Finally, she said, I'd had enough. And she said, look, I don't want any more jokes about my virginity. I don't want any more pressure to become sexually involved. Because you need to realize, each one of you need to realize, whenever I want to, any day that I want to, I can become like you. But you can never again become like me.
Well, saying that in 1 Thessalonians 4, the Apostle Paul talks about living a life pleasing to God and what the will of God is. And it answers a question right there when it says if we want to live a life pleasing to God and we want to know the will of God, then it says abstain from sexual immorality. And immediately, you know, kids will say, and even the parents will say, well, that's so negative, you know, Christianity, don't do this, don't do that. Well, the Why Wait message is that it's positive. And you say, well, how do you get a positive out of negative? Do not, N-O-T, negative. You get it this way. Inherent or within every negative commandment in the Bible, there are two positive principles. One to protect, the other to provide. And when God says in the area of sexuality to wait, he doesn't do it because he's a cosmic killjoy. He does it because he loves us. And he says, because I love you, I want you to wait, because the two positive principles, I want to protect you and provide for you. So with why wait, it's all incorporated around the protecting and the provision that God has when we wait. And then the other aspect of why wait is when we don't wait, we blow it and just say, well, is it too late for God to love and accept me? Then the second part of why wait is a clean heart for a new start. Begin anew by the grace of God and his forgiveness.
Just an innocent girl with a wide-eyed look. What she needs to know, she'll never read in any grade school book. Just an innocent smile drives a young man wild. But what do you do when you're caught somewhere between a woman and a child? Oh, with so much to gain and so much to lose. You gotta know all the facts before you can choose. Who do you listen to when they try to tell you? Who do you listen to? You need to know, but who do you listen to? You need to trust somebody. Who do you listen to? Whoa! Some people say it's safe, some people say it's love. Some will get their way, even if they have to push and shove. You can risk all your life and be left with hate. But do you really want to risk your life when it's safe to just to hate? There must be someone that you can depend on, someone who wants nothing in return. There's a choice to make. There's so much at stake. Only you can choose which path to take. So will you listen to?
So you don't think it's possible for kids to be in love?
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. What happens is kids get confused between the intimacy of love and the intensity of sex.
And I was with my boyfriend for 6 years, and you'd think that was love, but here I am by myself now.
Obeying God's principles to wait to have sex until marriage was in my best interest.
AIDS will mark the end of the sexual revolution.
Hey, you make it sound like we're moments away from some gigantic plague. Personally, I don't know anyone who's got any of these diseases.
He was 24. He'd only had 2 sexual contacts in his life. One was his lucky number, and he was buried last January.
Ooh.